If you're listening about a Kenku, a Tiefling, and a Bugbear having no damn clue what they're doing, then you're listening to Not So Super Dungeon Bros.
Hello everyone and welcome to Not So Super Dungeon Bros. We're excited to have you as always, and with me as always is my older brother Danny.
Hey.
Thaddeus.
Welcome back, everybody.
And Garrett.
Why, hello there.
We have a good episode, I believe, ready for you guys. And
sounded like a girl.
That's what he does, you know. He brings a feminine touch to our episodes.
Oh my goodness.
But,
yes, I have quite the feminine touch.
What?
This
Anyway,
is just getting weirder and weirder.
I don't know where to go with that. Well, we're going to go with that as we're going to go into the recap. And thankfully, it is not Garrett this week.
I don't know why you're being thankful about that.
I'm thankful.
Oh my gosh.
It's a Memorial Day weekend miracle.
Yeah.
Well, oh my gosh, you're the worst. I didn't roll too good, so here I am. So, last week, we returned through the portal back into the material plane, you know, finally getting back home. We decided to head down the mountain, and unfortunately, we also decided we were going to ski down said mountain, and it did not go well, but we did survive, although there were many very low health pools. It was a bad time. But eventually we got back to Khel Garum, where we finally met up with our boy Holdor. I couldn't remember his name for a second.
Haldor.
Gosh dang it. There's too many dwarves and too many shows. Anyways, but we met up with our boy Haldor, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Good enough.
And we went and we finally got to go check out the secret passages of Tharok Tool. And so we finally get into this puzzle room, and what do you know? The door closes and we are stuck inside, and our dwarf is right outside, and he's okay, but we gotta figure it out. So we took some time figuring out some puzzles, looking through a desk with a few secret drawers and stuff. Checked out a mirror that showed writing on the wall, and fought some, you know, big old statues again. Always a good time. Or wait, were they armor? They were armor.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I even have it in my notes. So we fought the armor, but we finally figured out the puzzles, clue, whatever. I don't know what the word is.
Puzzles.
Anyways,
that's a good one.
the solution by spelling the word brother into the stones. And so after that, we got to the treasure, which of course was quite luxurious. We had a little bit of a hiccup. We had to calm our somewhat greedy bird down. He has an eye for the shiny things, and things got a little bit heated, but he was able to soothe things over with a lovely. Wait, was it the ham that you finished up this time? Dude, it was the ham. Yeah, and that was your final one too, so you have the recipe.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited. But yeah, and that kind of concludes it. We went to the bank, other than that, just to put away some of our funds, but that is where we are.
Awesome. I did want to have a quick shout out. So I know a couple weeks back we mentioned that New Zealand was like our top foreign download country. And so we were very thankful about that. But recently we've had a pickup in Ireland. So I wanted to shout out to Ireland and thank them for all their support, as you are the top country for the past couple weeks. So
nice. That is so
Ireland.
Awesome.
Ireland's definitely on my bucket list.
Yep. We love our listeners wherever they may be, and we appreciate all the support that you give us.
Yeah, thank you.
Anybody have anything else they want to add before we hop into it?
Mm-mm.
No?
Let's do it.
Our heroes are still in the city of Khel Garum. They have just recently taken rest at the Ironhelm Suites and have woke up in the morning, and now it's time for them to decide where they would like this adventure to go.
I'd like to see go to the stables and see if I could buck his new gold teeth.
Oh, his gold-plated teeth. All right, you guys venture off and towards the Noble Steed Stables.
Ugh, I hate this place.
Isn't it your favorite place?
No, this guy dissed my horse.
Well, your horse was shit, so I mean...
My horse was amazing.
You
Hard
sold your
earned.
horse because you knew he was shit.
You know what? I don't
Actually,
wanna
he's
deal
not
with my
even not
insecurities.
even your horse anymore. He's now Haldor's horse.
I should steal him back from Haldor.
Haldor would probably give him to you.
He's that shitty.
I want to get
He'd
this
make a
horse
good like
enchanted.
pack mule if you want.
Hey, is this the same guy that we left the wagon with in his accruing
No,
money?
that's an
Nope.
Eversummit.
No, that's
That's
yeah,
an
that's what I
Eversummit.
thought. That's why I thought it was a different.
This is the
place.
guy you bought Buck from.
That's right. He's dope. Old Buck.
This is the guy
He's a
that talks like
good-looking
this.
horse.
Yeah.
Hi
As
there.
he welcomes you to the stable. Hello, welcome back to Noble Steeds. How are you?
I was wondering if I don't know if you've ever had this done before. I'd really like to add some beauty to Buck, because he's got natural manhood and a very large head of hair. Sorry, I was thinking of something else, but I didn't really want to talk about it. So I love to get his teeth, his front two really big teeth. I want them to be plated with gold.
This is a weird request, but I think our dental can do it, I believe.
I just want to point out that it took Barb as long to ask for gold teeth on his horse as it did for me to instruct the Rockettes on how to.
Oh no!
Enter-
Not
Oh,
even
my
close.
Not even close,
Dude.
dude.
That
I
was
went
like
and took
that
a
was
nap.
like a quarter of the episode.
Dude.
You're welcome.
Well-
You didn't have to come up with any more content.
That's right. Well, if we come back and they mess stuff up, man, it's their own fault because you are very descriptive.
It's true. They don't have anything to blame except
I know
for their
Jake a
low
little
IQ.
too well than to give vague descriptions on and orders to.
You come
I
back
hear ya.
and you have a palace that's like a foot tall.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's the most detailed palace you've
Yes,
ever seen.
it's beautiful though.
Sorry. I'm sorry that I sidetracked us. This is Buck's moment.
Yes,
Okay.
you just ruined Buck's moment. All right.
How much will that cost me?
Well, it depends on how much gold we'll need to plate him. You'll have to provide that gold. And then the dentist, you'll have to go speak with the dentist. Go ahead and speak with Dr. Fru. He's through the doors over there.
Hey, how big are Buck's teeth, by the way? I want to get a visual in my head.
Okay, they're pretty
They're about-
freaking big. Let's see. Yeah, what do you think, Barb? How big are they?
I'm thinking they're like at least 2 inches wide.
I like
Yeah,
it.
and,
Yep.
and they're probably 3 inches long.
Yep.
So that's
Yeah.
basically it.
He has advantage
They're
on
big.
bites.
They're big. A donkey. Think of donkey.
Except for
what is
really
that,
big
Shrek?
because he's a horse. He's like a draft horse too.
He's
So-
got big teeth, but my
Just-
horse has bigger
yeah.
teeth.
Think of a giant donkey.
Yeah. Except better looking, natural
Yeah, much
hair.
better looking. He does. He has like that short little mane. But it stands up like straight. It's beautiful. And he's just
Yeah. And he lets his manhood dangle, if you know what I mean.
Sure. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we went
He's
for
a
the
stud,
teeth
for
instead
sure.
of the dangle because you started off with his manhood, and I was like, "What? Are you gonna gold plate his manhood?"
Well, it's an idea.
All right. So you walk in through these doors that you were pointed out to. Above it says dentistry and Dwarvens, and none of you can read it. And you walk in, and in there is a younger dwarf, probably 100 years old tops, and he's just working on some fake denture teeth. It looks like for a horse. And he looks up and sees you. Hello, I am Mr. Fru. What is up with you? It's just a saying I like to do. It's funny.
I'd like to get gold teeth for my steed here. His name is Buck.
Oh,
Just
did
the
he
front-
lose
the
his?
front two
Did he
teeth.
lose some teeth? He needs new teeth.
No, I just think he would look. He'd be more confident in himself if he had gold teeth in the front.
Oh, okay. So, like, you want me to put gold on his front teeth?
Just the front two, yes, correct. Top two.
Oh, okay. And he goes over to the horse and he opens his mouth and kind of checks out his teeth and everything. He's like, it looks like we probably need about 10 pieces of gold for the amount of gold to be put on the teeth. And
Okay.
this procedure is a little tricky, so it'll cost you about 100 gold.
Okay.
Okay.
So I hand him 100 gold.
Okay. I shall work on this immediately. I'll have it done later this evening, most likely. And then you can pick him up. I will give you also a salve that you'll want to put around his teeth for the first couple days.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Fru is happy to see you. Goodbye.
Quick question, because you mentioned the dwarven sign. Am I able to maybe keep studying?
Yes. So you have to study 150 hours worth of study on the grammar and the dictionary, and then you will have learned Dwarven.
Okay. Sweet.
So during your long rest, you can take, 2 of those hours or however many hours, or 3 actually, because you guys are doing 9-hour long rests. You take 3 hours a night, and you could study that completely, but you'll have to focus entirely on that.
Okay. Good to know. Could I increase it if I got like a tutor or like just like
Yeah, so if
a
you got
dwarf or
like
something
I
to
can
talk
tutor
to?
you.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, you could hire a tutor. It would cost a little bit of money, but it would cut down on time.
Okay.
But finding a tutor
I
that
bet you Lord Forandel might have a potion of language learning.
we shall see. So where are you guys going from here?
Do y'all want to go back to Smashley's? I mean,
Yeah,
we need
I want to
kinda-
go to Eversummit. That's really my next destination.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
and we need
actually,
to talk to the.
I want to
Or-
grab enough supplies to make Dwarven tots every day until we get to Eversummit. Because if I can master Dwarven tots before Eversummit, I can go and take
You
the
can
bar
test.
exam to.
The bar exam. You're not the bartender.
You want to be the lawyer of tots?
Something like that.
You are brought before the buffet. That is where you are good.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Are you wanting to visit anywhere? Okay, so you're wanting to go like to the marketplace right now to pick up stuff. Is that correct?
Yeah, just tell me how much it costs to get.
All right. You guys head off towards the marketplace, and all of a sudden, Zeke, someone catches your eye and kind of nods at you and steps forward. You recognize him from your past. He comes walking over to you.
I put my hand with my sword.
Wow.
Well,
He's a
What
hello.
good
kind
friend,
of
then.
past did you have?
He's a good friend.
And I'm going to walk forward to talk to him.
Okay. So it's true. You have a new master. My master said this would happen.
The old one wasn't so fond of me.
That happens when you disobey a master.
What brings you out here?
Well, you, of course. My master wants to make sure that you're staying out of his way.
And sent you?
Well, with you being gone, I've had a lot of opportunity for growth.
I have a question, actually. How old does he look?
Oh, yeah,
'Cause,
so,
like,
sorry,
know
I didn't
was in
describe it.
Cursaria. No, you're
So-
fine.
He is a human. He has
Ugh, humans.
He stands about 6 feet tall. He has like burn/birthmark looking stuff all across his right face, and it's just kind of red and purplish. The rest of his skin is ebony.
Are the burns new, or did he have them before.
No, yeah. So the burns that he has were there when you found him, or when you first met him, I should say.
Yeah.
And he's dressed in some black mage robes, and he's just slender build. Not a lot of muscle looking on him. He just looks very lean.
So it looks like a pansy.
No, he doesn't look like someone that you would break right off the bat. But he's just not like bulging with muscles or anything
Rooster
like
thinks
that.
he's a pansy.
Right.
He must be a pansy then. Rooster thinks he's a pansy.
Then again, Rooster's kind of fat, isn't he, from his food?
For a Kenku, yeah, he's a little chubby.
All right. But yes, he's at the top of his head. He has shocking white hair that are about 3-inch long hair, but it's all kind of like pushed back and like gelled straight back.
So he looks like his hair got frozen straight back.
Yep, kind of. And yeah, that's him.
Okay.
The master wanted to make sure that you would not be getting in his way. I can also tell that your new master doesn't seem to provide you with the same power that you once had.
It does me well enough.
So, what are you doing nowadays? Not stirring up trouble for the master, I hope?
Oh, just searching here and there for objects, things of power.
Objects?
Same kind of things I used to do.
What objects do you have on your mind this time?
Well, I'm wearing it. It's just a cloak. A very, very old dwarven cloak. I just got it back from, gosh dang it, I just forgot what it was called. Where's Khel Garum? Gosh dang it. From Khel Garum.
Interesting. Roll deception.
Okay.
And he will roll
10.
Insight.
To be fair, it was like a 3, but that's the only thing I'm really good at, so.
That is pretty impressive, I'll give you that. However, what'd you get? 10?
A 10. Okay. Oh, could
You-
I use my inspiration for this?
You
Or
have to
is
say
too
it
late?
before you roll.
Ooh, you know what? I do have something else. I'm going to use the Dark One's own luck. So this is a thing for me as a warlock. You can call on your patron to alter fate in your favor. When you make an ability check or a saving throw, you can use this feature to add a d10 to your roll. You can do so after seeing the initial roll, but before the roll's effects occur.
Nice.
Once you use it, yeah,
Nice.
and I just can't
just roll a
use
10.
it more than once. Yep, I'm trying to get there. I got a 4. So 14.
Okay. Well, you could tell that he knows he's a little suspicious, but he doesn't push it any further. Very well. Want to keep things close to the shirt, I see.
So,
I see you have a bird now.
yes. Keeps me company.
Rooster almost stepped forward at that. Sorry.
Dude, do it.
Yeah, no, he saw
Freaking
he saw
do it.
Conifex, so
I am so okay with this.
anyway,
Oh
he
my gosh, I love Rooster.
perhaps you remember my bird that you gave me years ago, Rafko. And you remember Rafko was just a black crow that you had found as a baby and gave it to him just so he could have someone.
Mhm.
And he looks kind of in the distance like he's remembering and goes, "Poor Rafko, he met his end not too long ago. I do miss that bird."
How'd it go?
That's for another time, perhaps. I do want to thank you. You did make this a lot easier for me, and I do owe a lot for you. I'd like to give you these. And he hands over to you 2 rings that are about 2 inches in diameter. He hands them over to you, and he goes, "However, I fear the next time we meet, I will not be able to be as friendly. Hidakul has his eyes on you. I wouldn't push your luck. Good day, gentlemen." He looks at you all and kind of nods. And then you kind of blink for a second, and all of a sudden, he's about a foot shorter, and he's got a big gray beard, and he looks just like a dwarf. And he turns and walks into the crowd.
Is his white hair still there?
Nope.
Can I shoot him with a bow?
You can if you want.
No, I'll wait till next time.
Okay.
Rooster kind of goes up to Zeke and tugs on his sleeve. He's just like, "What the heck was that all about?"
Is Barb over here too?
Yes.
Just to make sure.
I saw him get your attention and just kind of. No, I was
you're
right
good.
up in your grill, but I was.
No, you're fine. I was just making.
He was
sure
like
you were
right
over
up on
here
your back,
before
like,
I
I got
said
this.
I'm like, I got my head on your shoulder the whole time.
Oh my gosh.
And just growling.
Dude, you'd have to crouch a little bit.
Sitting there purring.
Yeah.
On my
Oh
knees.
my
I was
gosh.
on my knees with my. I'm just joking.
Oh my gosh. What? That is what I once was. In a way.
You used to be a black guy with white frozen hair and a dead crow?
No, we once, we served the same master long ago. I saved him and, trained him and raised him up. He's sort of a son to me, but, we don't serve the same master anymore. So, we're not on the best of terms.
Do you want us to go kill him? Barb and I can
That's
take
all.
him easy.
By this time, you've lost sight of him.
Oh, I'm an
It's
amazing
alright.
tracker, don't you worry.
He may be a bit outside of our reach just yet. He's as powerful as I once was. But,
You're
Let's
still
keep going.
powerful, buddy.
thank you, Bob. Let's keep moving.
All right, so you look at these rings. I'm just going to tell you what these rings do right off the bat. So these rings you had once given him as well, and what they do is you place one ring over your own finger, and it shrinks down and tightly fits to your finger, and then you put one on an animal of your choice, and you will immediately have a telepathic bond with that animal, and you'll be able to speak with that animal.
Oh, man.
The rings cannot be removed unless one of either the master or the animal die.
You should put one on me.
Oh my gosh.
Additionally, you'll have advantage when as you're trying to build your bond. So whenever we do those animal handling rolls for training,
Oh, sick.
you'll have advantage on those.
Woot. Okay.
I will tell you, once you have created a strong enough bond, you and Barb, once you've created a strong enough bond with your birds, you will be able to receive their character stats and everything, and use them as
sweet.
you will.
Dope.
That's cool.
Okay.
I wonder why he gave you that. Why would he give you that?
We weren't always at odds. Those were once mine as well, and I gave them to him
Right.
for that bird. But
Gotcha. Okay.
So he's giving them back so that he doesn't owe you anything anymore. Got it.
Yeah.
yes, I don't
Yeah, he's basically Zeke's protege, is what he was.
exactly.
Anyway, I also forgot that we have a copper ring on on Rooster's finger, right?
Yeah, I was going to tune with it this next rest since we didn't get to talk about our last
You
one.
already did a long rest because you guys went to sleep after you went to the bank and
Okay,
you woke
cool.
up this morning. So what this ring is, it's the ring of thieving. You will have advantage on sleight of hand rolls.
Nice.
So, yep, that.
I'm gonna start asking people about. You know how I had that vision.
Yep.
About how my sword was made. I'm gonna start asking people if they haven't seen a orc with gray skin and an overbite and a ring in his tooth. Like,
Right.
I'm just letting you know. Every once in a
No,
while, I'll probably ask
For sure. It's a
because
good
I
thing.
kind
to
of
have.
want to closure on
Right.
that.
Mm-hmm. All right, you guys continue on towards the market. You guys get to the market. You're able to rummage around, get items. Rooster, I'm going to have you deduct a gold, and then everyone else that wants to buy supplies, you can just deduct like 5 silver, and we'll call it good supply-wise. Gold for a Rooster just because you're buying specific items.
A year's supply of potatoes.
Not a year's supply of potatoes, no. They would rot.
And some lard.
Yeah, okay, you bought some lard. That's
lard.
2 gold. Lard's pricey here. That's going to be 2 gold if you want a pint of lard.
Wow, you're mean, man. We get all this gold, and then all of a sudden, you just take it all away from me.
You're right, 1 gold piece at a time. All right, but as you're in the marketplace, you hear a voice from the past.
Step right up at Lord Forandel's odds and ends. We got it. You need it. Come on by.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And you see this old man standing up on a barrel next to a cart with all of his wares displayed and a little pet squirrel running around back and forth.
Go put the ring on the squirrel.
Oh my gosh, no. I do, however, want to put it onto my bird.
Okay.
I want to put it on Carrion.
You put it on. It will require attunement, but as you put the ring over his foot, it slowly shrinks down and fits over his ankle. And as you put it on your finger, it shrinks down and fits perfectly to your finger.
Sweet. All right.
All right, I would go over to Lord Forandel and check out his goods.
Well, hello there. Welcome back. A long time since I seen y'all. What are you in the market for?
What do you have that's special?
We've got all sorts of good stuff, I'll tell you.
So you see the following items. You see something called Shrink Wrap. You see something called Oil of Superior Warrior. Lord Forandel's Gills. Healing Glitter Bomb.
Healing glitter bomb?
That's right. The Confused Servant. Giant Potion. And Abilities Cube. Along with that, you do see some +1 swords or +1 weapons, and some arrows and just.
Did I notice any sleeping darts?
Sleeping darts. You see sleeping darts, but they are not the kinds that you had before.
Okay.
These would work similar to the sleeping spell, to where you would roll a die, and basically you would have to beat the HP that a character or that creature has. And if you're higher than it, then they would fall asleep.
Okay.
But they do have some of those that you could buy for your blow dart gun if you want.
Okay.
But yeah, if you would like to, if any of these things catch your eye, I will read them off to you.
What's that shrink wrap?
The Shrink Wrap. This was actually put forward by Smashley 1993. So thank you, Smashley. It is in response to the challenge we gave people about getting Rooster a permanent shrink. The Shrink Wrap, it's basically you take this and you wrap it around an item that is less than 1 foot cube and a non-living item. Once it's completely wrapped in this tape, you place it into the fire. As it's in the fire, the item will begin to shrink, and you just, depending on how small you want it, is how long you wait. When it gets to the desired size, you remove it from the fire and let it cool, and the tape basically dissolves off of the item, and the item is permanently shrink.
Yeah, I want that.
It is 300 gold for the Shrink Wrap.
Yeah, done.
All right.
How much shrink wrap is there, though?
Only enough for one time.
Oh.
Yeah, basically it all dissolves once you do it. Okay. What do you want to know about? The giant potion? All right. The giant potion was put forward by someone named Tom, so thank you, Tom. Player rolls a d20. With a natural 20, the player's strength permanently increases by 2, not to exceed 20. A 15 through 19, the player grows 5 feet, and its strength modifier is 7 for 2 hours. Its modifier, not its total. 10 through 14, the player grows 3 feet, and the strength modifier increases by 2 for 1 hour. 5 through 9, the player grows 1 feet and has advantage on all strength rolls, including saving throws. 2 to 4, the player's strength mod is reduced to -1 for 1 hour. And a natural 1, the player's strength is permanently reduced by 2.
Oof.
So if you roll high, if you roll above a 5 or above, it's something good that'll happen. However, if you roll below that, there is a chance something bad could happen.
You just roll a plain D20 or what?
You just roll a plain D20, yep. Would you like me to read the other specialty items that I listed?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So the Oil of Superior Warrior, when you place it onto a weapon, the weapon deals an extra D10 of damage.
Dang.
If you miss on attack, however, your next attack that hit is reduced by 1d8, and then it will go back to 1d10 after you've done that. So if that makes sense.
How long does that last?
That lasts for a minute, so 10 rounds technically.
How many servings are in it?
1 serving per thing. It's 80 gold pieces for 1 vial of it. We know how much Rooster loves his vials. The other is Lord Florandel's gills. They are a little patch. It looks like basically gills that have been cut out and put on like an adhesive. Basically, you place this on your neck, and then you roll a d20. And whatever you roll is how many hours you'll be able to breathe underwater until the gills would lose their ability and basically slough off. The Healing Glitter Bomb. The Healing Glitter Bomb, you have to also buy these amulets or rings. They come in 2 different things. But basically, how the glitter bomb works is when a glitter bomb explodes in a 30-foot circle, individuals wearing the glitter amulet or ring receive 2d10 plus 5 healing. Additionally, anyone hit by the glitter bomb has disadvantage on stealth checks and cannot go invisible until they are cleaned.
Is that including the people wearing the amulets?
That is including the people with the amulets. In theory, the Healing Glitter Bomb could heal anyone with a ring inside that 30-foot cube up to 25 health points.
Dang. That's pretty dope.
How much is that?
So for the bomb itself, it's 400 gold. And for the amulets, you can get 2 amulets for 20 gold, 4 amulets for 30 gold, or 6 amulets for 40 gold.
So six. Is that what you're the ring part of it? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. So the 40, the 20, the 30, and the 40 are for the amulet and rings. So you can get 2 amulet or ring, and then you can get 4 amulet or ring, or 6 amulet or ring.
Okay. And then each of the glitter bombs are 400
It's 400
piece?
gold, yeah. So once you have an amulet, it doesn't break or anything. So basically, that would be a one-time thing, and then the bombs would be wherever you go. And that was given to us by Zach.
So so it's a one-time use thing?
It is the bomb, yes, itself. So you would have to have multiple if you wanted to use it. So
Okay.
basically, if a dire situation where you all are low on health, that would be a great time for a glitter bomb.
All right, I'd like to purchase that in 4 rings.
Okay, so that'll be 430 gold total.
Okay.
All right, and then the next item was
Real quick, I'll buy one of the glitter bombs as well, I think.
Okay,
Awesome.
400 gold.
I give both of you a ring.
Yeah, I think
Thanks,
it would
brother.
be good for all of
Cool.
us to have
So you
one.
give both
Yeah.
of them a ring, and then
Can
you
I have
one
an
ring to
amulet
spare.
instead of a ring?
Sure.
Yeah, you can get an amulet.
Sweet.
Yeah, Rooster probably has too many rings going on right now anyway.
Rooster, are you going to buy a glitter bomb too? So you have one.
I don't have any money left.
Oh, okay. Well, you have it's in the bank. You can pull it.
I
though.
gotta get a boat, dude.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, you and your dang boat.
All right.
Also, Lord Forandel can do bank purchases with your bank note.
Oh yeah,
'cause
Dirty Bear's
Dirty Bear
notary,
is
huh?
a notary. So,
Oh yeah.
all right. The next item was the Confused Servant. It costs 1 action. Basically, they're these little beads with blue energy glowing inside of them. You throw a bead. and it breaks, and out pops a spectral man. Then the player, at the end of their turn, would roll a d6. On a 6, the spectral man gets to do 2 attacks on a creature of the user's choice. On a 5, the spectral does 1 attack on a creature of the previous player's choice. So, like, let's say Rooster had thrown it, and Barb's before him, and Zeke's after him. If it rolled a 5, Barb would get to choose who that person attacks. If it's a 4, it would be the next person. So in that scenario, it would be Zeke's turn to choose who the thing attacks. If you roll a 3, it does 1 attack for the user's choice. If you roll a 2, it attacks the nearest PC that is not the user. So the nearest player character that's not a user. And then on a 1, it attacks the user. He's a confused servant. He gets confused sometimes. It lasts for 4 rounds. It has an AC of 14, hit points 35, plus 5 to its attack, and does 1d10 plus 3 damage. The last item that I had mentioned is called the Abilities Cube. You roll a d6 again with this one. If you get a 6, the user may choose one ability. So like either strength, dexterity, intelligence, wisdom, etc. You may choose your one ability to temporarily equal your highest ability. Does that make sense?
How long does that last?
That lasts until your next long rest.
So if you just never take a long rest and take points of exhaustion, does it last potentially forever?
Yeah, but I mean, once you get so much exhaustion, you die, so have fun with that. 2 to 5. User may temporarily swap the highest ability number with any other ability. So basically, you'll be able to change numbers. So let's say Barb wanted his wisdom higher than his strength. He could swap those. And then if you get a nat 1, the user must choose one of his abilities to be equal to their lowest ability number.
Oof.
And that is the ability cube.
Jeez.
That's terrifying.
And then, like I said, he does have like some +1 weapons lying about, as well as +1 armor.
How much did you say those gills cost?
The gills, I believe they were 50 gold.
50 gold? Alright, I'm gonna get some gills. Support our boy Tom, who submitted those.
Tom submitted the giant potion.
Oh.
Zach submitted the glitter bomb. And the Lord Florandel's gills is something I made up a while back. They were there originally the first time you met him.
How much was that giant potion?
The giant potion is 100 gold.
I'll get that.
Okay.
How much are those sleeping darts?
The sleeping darts are 20 gold apiece.
Okay. I'll take 10 of them.
Okay. So 200 gold. And you now have 10 of them.
I would also like to check out any rapiers and armor.
Okay. He does have +1 rapiers. And what type of armor are you looking for?
Freak.
Sexy looking armor.
You know it. Like the best leather armor I can get, probably.
Leather armor. Okay. Let me
He
see
has
what
+17 leather armor.
No, he doesn't have anything over a +1 at this time.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, he does have a +1 leather armor. It is made from...
What would my AC be with it? What's the modifier or whatever? Is it 12 plus my dex or
studded leather or regular leather?
I'm trying to look at studded leather
so
right now.
Studded leather, it would basically be 13 plus your dex modifier. If you're doing leather, it would be 12 plus your modifier.
Oh shoot, never mind. I'm sorry, that doesn't even freaking get me any further than my mage armor does. It's fine. It's not a big deal.
All right.
I do want to get the +1 rapier though.
All right. We'll go ahead and get the +1 rapier.
and I'll sell my old one back to him.
Oh, you're going to trade it in type of thing?
Yeah.
Okay. With that, it will probably be about 75 gold then.
Okay, sweet.
This one's a lot better looking. It actually has like, you know, those cage hand, like around the handle. What's that called?
Yeah.
What are those
It's
called?
the guard, but I can't remember
your
what the
guard.
actual thing is
The
called.
guard is like wired gold type of looking, like in a little intricate design around the handle, protecting your hand, reinforced with steel. But it looks significantly better than the one that you'd picked up.
Sweet.
And it is a +1, so there you are.
Dope. Thank you, sir.
Who would I see about getting my diamond fastened to the hilt of my sword?
Probably the Clamor and Glamour would be my guess.
Jeffrey.
Okay, I'd like to go there after we leave here.
All right.
Is there anything else that me or Dirty Bear can help you with?
No, I think that will be it. Thank you.
Very well. Thanks for coming to Lord Florandel's Odds and Ends. Tell your friends.
And you guys walk off. Barb heads over to the Clamor and Glamour. Are you guys accompanying him?
Sure.
Yep.
All right. You walk in. And the first thing you notice is old Jeffrey behind the counter. And on his arms are some smeared charcoal images and writings all over his arms. Doesn't look like he's washed them. And it's been over 2 weeks now.
Oh my gosh.
The heroes of Khel Garum! Hi. These are my friends. Make way. And he like pushes a couple customers out of the way so that you guys are in the front of the line. You came back to see Jeff for free?
Yeah.
Hi, Barb.
Was so excited to see you, and I have a new project for you.
Oh, look. And he pulls out these little like toy doll things. I told you my toy maker was making your action figure. And they have these little action figures of you. They're a little bit cartoonized, or what's that? What's the word for that?
Cartoony.
Cartoony, sure. And you know, like Barb's muscles are even bigger than what they are, and he's all snarling, and Zeke has a big flame like coating his body that looks like, and Rooster looks like he has a sharper beak and he's not as fat.
Where did you get these, Jeff? I want to go buy some.
I got them from the toy maker. He's about 6 blocks down and to the right.
Oh my
Can't
gosh.
miss him.
We're gonna go get freaking toys.
Yeah, we are.
Oh my gosh, you are. I'll be lame.
His name's
I'll go to
Frederick the
Yeah, me
Toysmith.
too.
What can I do for you, Barb?
Well, I have this here greatsword, and I have this diamond,
And I pull out my 1,600 gold diamond, the one the size of a baseball.
Whoa,
I'd
that's a big ass diamond.
I'd like to get this fastened to the hilt of this sword, but it needs to be fastened in such a fashion so that it won't fall off ever.
On your sword? Let me see your sword.
And I hand him my sword.
He looks over. He's like, I've never seen anything like this sword. Looks a little orcish made, but the metal
It was made by an orc.
Oh, that's cool.
Do you know any orc
I
blacksmiths?
don't know any orc blacksmith. I don't know any orcs. Only
Okay.
orcs I know of live in Orcos, as my mum says.
Okay.
Yeah, he keeps looking over the blade. I don't think I can
You
smith
think that's
this
something that
sword.
you
I,
could
I
do?
don't know how the metal is.
Okay, so then I pull out my
Great
axe. Yeah, and ask him, show him it.
Okay. Well, maybe you could do this for me.
And I pull out my great axe and show it to him. And
Could you mount it on the hilt of this?
Absolutely. This looks dwarven made. This is a nice axe.
okay,
Yep. He takes it and he starts doing some measurements and figuring out how he's going to do it. But yeah, he can do it. For you?
Wait. Hold on 1 second. Which diamond you think would look better? This one or this one?
And I pull out my 2,500 gold diamond.
They're both really pretty. It might be easier to do the smaller one since it's the size of a softball. You know, 'cause we have softball leagues here in Khel Garum. So I know what a softball is.
The smaller one's baseball. The other one's a men's softball.
Baseball. That's right.
Yeah.
Probably
Let's just
the
do that.
baseball size. We have baseball leagues too.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
cool. I used to play in one in Cincinnati.
Yeah,
Chicago always kicked our ass.
that sounds about right.
All right.
Alright, yeah. He says he'll put that one in. For you, Barb, I'll only charge you 20 gold to mount it.
Okay.
If I do any less, Mum will get mad at me.
Okay, that's no problem.
Alright, anything else I can do for you?
Do you have anything special for sale right now?
Well, we've got some fashionable Dwarven footwear.
Rooster looks down at his bare bird feet and kind of just picks them up and shuffles a little bit.
Alright, that's all I need. Thanks, bud.
Alright, bye,
What-
Barb. It'll be ready in a few hours. I'll put it right to the top.
Alright,
I could
thank
just see
you.
every single dwarfen line just so pissed off.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like our angry people behind you. But they do see your knight emblems, and so some of them kind of like, oh, okay.
Oh, that reminds me. I remember I got something put on my sheath that said I was a knight. But I can't remember. We got a pin, didn't we?
Yeah. They're
Okay.
not. It's not a pin. It's an amulet, basically, hanging on a chain.
Okay.
It's like a medallion that hangs on a chain. Yeah.
Okay.
And then, as you walk out the store, you see a Dwarven guard running towards you, and he stops out of
I
breath.
head the other way towards the toy store.
I cast mage armor.
All right, all
the
that
party
happens.
split.
This dwarf pulls up in front of you, out of breath a little bit. Sorry, fellow knights. Haldor requests your presence in the king's throne room.
All right, I'll turn around at that.
Wait, this is in an Everstone, right? Or
What?
have we?
No,
haven't-
we're still in
You're in
Khel Garum.
Khel
Oh,
Garum
yeah,
still.
yeah. Sorry, my bad. I was like, wait a minute.
You guys go ahead. I'm gonna wait for my sword.
He
All right.
has your axe. He doesn't have your sword.
Oh, my axe. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, Barb, you can wait if you would like to, and you could pick up your sword.
Barb.
And
What the crap, Barb?
Barb,
Dude,
don't do this.
I need my axe, man. If
You
we're going
you have a sword. You'll be fine.
Okay.
God damn. son.
You're gonna use your javelin anyway. We all know it. So why does it matter?
All right, you
All right,
follow
I'll
this
follow you
door.
guys.
You mean
I-
he's gonna use his
So
rope?
as I walk away, I'm like, son of a bitch, I'm coming around. I'm like, oh man.
Okay. You guys hurry back to the king's throne room. He leads you in through a side door, and when you walk in, you immediately notice that the court seems to be in session. The king's on the throne, and there are two new visitors, each accompanied by some men. One of them is a younger man, probably in his mid 20s to mid to late 20s. The other is a lizard folk, which is just a giant lizard people, and they are talking to the king. The guy that led you in here leads you over to where Haldor is standing.
Before we go any further, I want to do a perception check and see if there's any like hostility towards me in particular, and make sure this isn't about me.
About that girl you slept with last week?
Yeah, or all the gold that I tried to steal from the king.
I won't even make you roll for that. It's not about you. You can
Okay.
already tell.
Cool.
Just entering. As you saddle up next to Haldor, Haldor kind of like steps back and leans toward you, and he begins talking to you.
It appears war has broken out between Everyon and Carceri. The Everyon or Everyon people are saying that the Carcerians murdered the counselor from the topping board of the Council of the Nine.
What?
They say they have evidence, but neither side seems to be able to prove or disprove the other.
And then at that, you hear this lizard person follow up.
These men have given us false representation. Karseri has not sent any assassins. It's just a way for the people of Freon Theroy to start a war with us. And now he seeks you to join that war.
And the human speaks up. Don't listen to this Karserian scum. He doesn't speak for his people. He doesn't even know what his people do. The Karserians are an evil and terrible people. They're not to be trusted.
As he says that, I put my hand on
On Zeke's shoulder.
Oh my gosh.
on Zeke's shoulder, like give him a little love.
Oh my gosh.
Not like
Zeke
man
doesn't
love.
even know what to do
Give
with
him a
this.
little love.
Oh gosh.
Rooster leans over to Haldor and he's just like, Who are these guys, Haldor?
And he leans back over to you. The conversation continues, and Haldor whispers over to you. They're emissaries. One's from Karseri and one's from Everyon. The one from Everyon is from Fourstone. Freon Theroy actually sent him. The other is all the way from Crowthane.
Well, you know as well as us, Haldor, that Freon very much wanted the war to happen. He hates all Karserians.
Yes, but apparently he has enough proof to convince the rest of Everyon. Even Ether Hollow has decided to join in, which basically means all of Everyon is at war with Karseri now.
Has Khel Garum already declared war against Karseri?
No, Khel Garum is neutral to both, and basically these emissaries are trying to ascertain what the king is going to do, whether he's going to side with another.
And the two emissaries are kind of squabbling with each other, just back and forth. And the king stands up and bangs the hilt of his axe on the floor to get some quiet. The dwarfs will remain neutral. We will not take a side to this war. We believe our differences should be put away. However, if each of your nations wishes to war, I cannot stop you. I will not allow any armed soldiers or military to pass through the passes here in the Blackstone Mountains. You have my word on that. I will also not harbor fugitives from either side, and we will wait for this war to end. We wish that you will respect the dwarves' neutrality and keep us peaceful. And with that, the lizard folk man kind of steps forward and he bows his head to the king.
We will obey what your highness decides. We are saddened that you cannot see through the lies of Theron Feroy. However, we understand the importance of peace.
And he bows his head, and him and his emissaries leave, and then the human kind of bows his head and leaves as well, so both emissaries exit the room.
Can I address the king, or is he gonna turn to us, or what's going on now?
So yeah, the king kind of speaks with another advisor that he has by his side, and then he waves to dismiss, and he heads in towards his chambers, and with a few people, but you guys haven't been invited in or anything.
All right, I want to shout out to him. Oh, great king! One moment of your time, please.
He stops at the top step and kind of looks back.
Oh, great king! I know in times of this magnitude of uncertainty and war times and whatnot, at least according to some novels that I read back in my monkin living days. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that if either side of this war tries to blackmail you into joining their side, don't hesitate to call on us, and we will aid you in whatever way we can.
Thank you, Rooster. Your support is much appreciated. I am just concerned now. We've already sent half of our forces down south to fight this new evil. I'm afraid that as we are planning to send the rest of our armies southward, we will not be able to. I'm going to need them here in case any sort of attack or fail in negotiations happens between the two, and they try to use the pass to enter each other's lands.
We are aiming to head towards Eversummit. Is there anything that you would have us do before we leave, on our way to, or once we get to Eversummit?
I just ask that you might try to implore upon the other nations of the world to bring more to fight against these evil cultists. I'm afraid now the cultists will have it a little bit easier, as the rest of the world seems to be ignoring them and fighting amongst themselves. If we could somehow increase our numbers, we could perhaps slow down the release of this Orotho car. I thank you for your diligence and for all that you've done. And then he nods over to Haldur and enters into the chamber.
Okay. Cool. We all bow before you.
Right.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
at least I do.
And it is noticed. You could genuinely see that he genuinely cares for you all. That he really appreciates you guys.
Awesome.
To Howler, do you know if they've started implementing ways of telling who's a Carcerian in more cities now, or?
I don't. My spies in Eversummit and Ether Hollow, Toppingborn, they haven't implemented any such measures or anything like that. Northridge is now a battleground. The city is divided by both halves. Neither is gaining much ground, but both Fort Wellingard and Galligard of Carceri are beginning to deploy their forces northward, and it looks like a large battle is being prepared. I'm also aware that the halflings are sending a small army up the coast, as well as Ether Hollow. Eversummit has yet to send any, because they've sent most of their soldiers to the Blackstone Plains to combat the cultists.
Do your spies in Toppingborn have any knowledge of the assassination of the councilman?
They have heard a deal about the assassination. Basically, there were no witnesses to the assassination as they were traveling from Toppingborn to Northridge. They had crossed the Everyon River near the coast when they were ambushed, and what little evidence that was left pointed to Carcerian soldiers. But whether that evidence was planted or genuine is up for debate.
I wonder if our foes may be having something to do with this, starting this war as a diversion.
That's very likely, as that would definitely take a lot of pressure. If Everyon and Carceri were unified, we would be able to put a great deal of pressure on them and slow down their progress immensely. This is why the king has asked that you search for allies in our war on Orothokar.
Do you know any, you spent some time in Carceri. Do you know any kingdoms that would be sympathetic to our cause?
Well, the kingdom is pretty unified nowadays, but Talonwood is fairly receptive to peaceful talks. Dalvindor is very against. They're all for war with Everyon. And Kralthane is really desiring peace, but it has been pushed by many of his other governors and advisors for this war, which I can't really blame them, with Freon Theroy pushing at him.
So if we took Freon out of the picture,
What do you
hypothetically,
mean?
if he was to suddenly no longer be or exist,
I'm afraid Freon Theroy has many minions. There'd have to be a large loss to most of the city of Fourstone.
I'm okay with that.
Additionally, if that happens, then every other cities of Everyon might believe that the Carcerians sent to assassinate him, and it might unify them even stronger against the Carcerians.
We could make it look like the cultists did it. Now we're talking.
Wait a second. When do we turn into assassins?
I don't know if you're assassins or not. I don't.
We're talking to a spy master. I feel like it's an appropriate conversation to have.
No,
You know?
I know. I was just thinking out loud. But
There's very great risk against this, especially now that we're at war. It might be even easier to realize that it was set up, or that the marked ones were set up. Now that the war has begun, yeah, there's too much evidence that would point to Carceri. Not to mention if you were caught, or if seen, or any of that sort, you would be enemies of Everyon, and I'm afraid every city would be closed to you. And you're wearing the medallions of the Knights of Khel Garum.
Well, we would take those off, obviously. We'd be wearing disguise.
I'm just telling you that that's a lot of risk.
To me.
I don't think it's worth the risk. And we have matters to attend to that if we don't do this, none of this will matter anyways.
Exactly.
True.
We need to focus on the important things.
Well, off to Eversummit we go then, I suppose.
All right, and with that, Haldor kind of dismisses you all. Barb heads back over to Jeffrey and the Clamor and Glamour and receives his axe.
how does it look?
It looks beautifully. It's like, so basically what happened is, you know how at the end of axes, how the handle kind of expands a little bit and has that like little groove?
Mm-hmm.
He carved out the center of that and implanted the diamond, so it's just in the wood and everything. And he restained the handle to make it like a darker that makes the diamond pop a lot more, as well as made some carvings within it. Part of it says Knight of Khel Garum running along the handle in Dwarven. And then just very intricate carving all around the handle. And you notice as you grab it, as you would to swing it and everything, that it's the carvings are tailored to your fingers, like perfectly, like for grip wise, without like even making it look like they're grips. But yeah, it turned out very beautiful.
Dude, did he even measure Barb's hand, or do you have like some weird
that
stalker
good.
on your hands?
He's that good.
He's that good.
You can't see me right now, but my smile is almost touching my ears.
All right, and with that, you're able to head back to the Noble Steeds stables and pick up your horse. Buck has 2 nicely gold-plated front teeth.
Yeah.
As the sun hits it, it just gleams off them.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like when the light hits Barb's sword.
That's right.
Barb is just a walking disco ball.
Dude, I look so good.
So your plans for Eversummit, are you all just traveling straight there, or are you wanting to stop anywhere along the ways? Because based on that, I'm going to determine your travel.
Do we want to stop at Four Stone on the way there? Four Stone's between us and Eversummit, right?
It depends on how you go there.
Also, which one's Four Stone? Is Four Stone the one that
That's
I
where
can't go in?
Freon is,
Yeah,
where we
Four
got
Stone is
Haldor
the
from.
one that you can't go into.
Yeah,
the
I
city
can't
proper.
even go in.
City proper.
I mean, if you guys want to go in, we can, but might be a bad area.
It would be about 2 or 3 days faster to not go through Four Stone and cross the Everyon River and head south.
Yeah, it's probably better to do that then.
Yeah.
All right. You all begin your travel. So along your way, I'm going to just kind of fast track you guys down there. You are stopped at a couple outposts on your way heading towards further into Everyon, and they are just soldiers from either Four Stone or some soldiers from other cities and whatnot. And they are just checking to make sure that you guys aren't, Carcerian spies type of thing. But they do know that Khel Garum is neutral, and with your Knights of Khel Garum medallions, you are given just limited trouble. Maybe some racist remarks about Carcerians are made towards Zeke, but nothing comes to blows or anything like that as you're traveling southward. As you guys are traveling, you guys also wanted to do a few things, I believe.
So, one more question. Okay, so the diamond isn't on the hilt of my...
Yeah, it's on the hilt part, just like not like right on the edge of it, kind of like inlaid in a bit. I don't know how to describe it.
No. So it's before the very tip, so I could hit someone with the hilt of it and not bust off my diamond.
Yeah, your diamond won't bust off if you hit one.
Okay.
It's like in there solid, everything. It actually adds to the strength of it, like the hilt.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Sweet. Okay, that's all.
And if someone would like to draw that, one of our fans, please do so and submit it. That'd be awesome.
Oh my
Show
gosh,
us
that'd be
the
so
beauty
sweet.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
of Barb's Dwarven Axe. All right, as you travel along, you guys can do a few things. I know, Zeke, you were wanting to speak with your bird, right?
Absolutely.
All right. What do you say to him? You have the ring on him. You are attuned.
Okay, so I'm attuned. Hello there.
Hey, Thaddeus. How you doing?
Oh my gosh.
Wait, that's his bird's voice?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
He's got a deep voice. What can I do you for?
If my bird sounds like that, I'm gonna kill it.
Your bird's gonna be like, he's gonna sound like Cha Cha Boom Boom.
Oh my gosh.
What's up,
I
my
don't
brother?
know what to oh my god. Oh my gosh, I wasn't ready for that.
Hey, if you could like lessen on the bird seed and more on like the meats, I'd appreciate it.
I'd appreciate if you heeded my commands, and then we can get you some more food.
Dang. Oh wait, Rooster King.
Let's work together.
Conversation.
Fair enough.
Let's work together.
All right, then let's. What do you want me to do?
I'd just start doing more of like what we were training, continue doing like the same exercises and training stuff that we've been doing, but
Roll animal handling with advantage.
sweet. I got a 15. Thank goodness, because
All
the
right.
first was a natural one.
He's listening a lot better to you, and you definitely feel you've made some progress. He's able to go. You send him out, and he knows that you want him to hunt, and he knows what type of small game you're looking for, even if you ask him. And yeah, definitely have some bond. Are you bonding with Rambo as well, Barb?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and roll your animal handling. We'll see how much you bonded.
Nice.
What'd you get?
Holy crap.
Nah, 20. 26.
With a nat 20, you get 2 bond, and you are halfway to being completely bonded with your bird.
Nice. I give him a big ass treat.
Yeah, man, he's
He
digging on the
chokes
barb.
on it and dies.
Oh man, I just realized I should have used my Dark One's luck. Dang it.
All right.
Just one other thing. At night, I want to just keep studying Dwarven.
Okay. So 2 weeks. You're spending a little bit of time teaching your bird. So
Well,
maybe.
that would be mostly during the day.
All right, I'll allow it.
I will
Alright.
allow it.
So-
I'm so happy.
I'll give you 2 hours of study every night for those 2 weeks.
Sweet.
So you are at 28 hours. I need to keep track of that.
Did you do that in your head?
What? 2
Yeah,
times 14, yeah?
Yeah.
You're so smart.
Oh my god.
That's that algebra right there.
I was like, I mean, I suck at math, but dude.
That's simple trigonometry, man.
Yeah, trigger. Oh my gosh. All right, let me write this down.
My wife just scared the living shit out of me.
You
I
probably
sit there, I
deserve
have
it.
the door open because she's gone, and I was just sitting there relaxed, and I tilt my head back, and she's just standing there. Holy crap. I almost shit my pants.
Oh my god.
At least she
keep that
wasn't
in.
holding a big knife or something.
Yeah.
Oh, you're. Oh,
Oh, hello.
I'm cooking. Don't mind me.
Hello?
All right, I got your hours written down, and we'll keep track of those as the campaign goes on.
Yep. What did you say I have to get to?
150.
Oh, sweet.
How many hours is he on?
28.
Oh, half an hour?
28 times 4.
Yeah, just that and continuing to work with the bird, but that's it for me.
All right, and Rooster, you want to start testing out your tot?
Dude, I'm making tots every night by campfire.
All right, let's go ahead and roll. Let's see if you can master these.
Oh, shoot.
Oh my gosh.
We got some crisp potatoes.
The potatoes are bad.
You burnt your potatoes to a crisp.
Oh
They
my
taste
gosh.
like ash.
He didn't burn them. They're charcoal.
They are ash.
He's actually made a
I don't
renewable
even
energy.
try them.
A renewable energy source?
All right, go ahead and roll again. You get to roll. I'm gonna let you roll 7 times before you run out of taters.
Cool. That was a good one.
I lost my roller.
You're an idiot.
You rolled once, though.
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, we're here. We're just waiting on him.
All right.
I don't know what he's doing. And he's playing with himself or something over there. Garrett, what are you doing?
What are you talking about? I'm rolling 7 times.
Just give me do you have any that are high?
22, 14.
Okay, you've mastered the tots, you muppet.
Oh, I didn't know I only needed one more.
Jeez.
Like,
you had it was a DC that you had to reach, and that was it. So I needed.
I was like, what is he doing?
I'm rolling 7 times.
I'm rolling 7 times.
All right. Your Dwarven tots are mastered. You now know how to make them very well.
Very well.
The tots will give you +5 to any strength-based ability check or saving throw once until your next long rest. So basically, you eat them during one long rest. Up until your next one rest, you can one time add +5 to any strength-based ability check or saving throw, not attacks.
Gotcha. Sweet.
Yep. And after your long journey, you reach the edge of Eversummit. However, looking over the city, you see that it's in turmoil. Smoke billows from various spots throughout the city. And as you look closer, the main plume of smoke seems to be coming from the Mages College.
What?
Oh, shoot.
And that is where we'll end for the night.
Oh, that's like the
I
most
knew
horrible ending ever.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Gotta keep you on your toes.
It's all from the cult.
The only thing that's come good about that is, did you guys see my great axe?
Oh, man. Yes, your great axe is now beautiful. I'll give you that.
It is extremely gorgeous.
All right, well, thanks for joining this episode. We know it's a little bit shorter than usual, but I think you'll love it all the same. Please continue to reach out to us. Please continue to give us that feedback. And as always, we love and appreciate you. Anything else from you guys?
No, we do. We appreciate it. I mean, we love this, and we probably do it even if we didn't have anybody listening to us. But the fact that we know that other people are listening and enjoying it just makes it that much greater. So we really do. Thank you for your comments and your advice as well.
All right, and with that, we bid you adieu.
Adieu.
As you.
Hey everybody, we hope that you enjoyed the show, and if you did, you can give us a 5-star rating on iTunes, or wherever you listen to your podcast. We would sure love to hear from you, and you can reach out to us on our Twitter handle, @NSSDBros, or #NSSDBros. You can also check out our new website. It's NSSDBros.com. We look forward to hearing from you. Please subscribe to our channel so you get some more awesome content, and you get to hear our next episode of Not So Super Dungeon Bros.